This is YouTube's music here. Says it's I'm allowed to play this, and it'll probably take 5 minutes or so to to notify. I don't know why that is, but for me, that seems to be how long it is. So if you're just now watching this, if you're watching this on the replay and that little live button right there, if it's not lit up red, then I'm not live. It's actually about 9:37, 9:38 on Friday night. So I hope y'all, if you're watching the replay, I hope you're doing good at any time. But if it's a replay, speed up probably 2 or 3 minutes, because all I'll probably be doing is talking to people coming in, right? If you hear comment, I mean, make sure I got it where the comments are all visible, because sometimes, how you doing, Justice Jane? Good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, it gives me a few options there to top chat, live chat, super chat, or I can just hide them all, but you know, that might be a good idea when I get on my rants, because y'all know when if I get talking and I read a comment, I'll go down that road or sidetrack. Sometimes it might be good to hide them, I guess. Hello, Kim. How you doing? How you doing? Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, I keep checking it, because there've been times where people have been trying to comment, and I guess I've hit the wrong button and it not do the comment not show up. Ooh, boy, that fire's hot. I don't know. Let me scoot this tripod back just a hair smidge there. Y'all can see. Fire's, y'all, it's going pretty good. It's hot. It's burning my legs off over here. I had to scoot over a notch. Hello, mate. Donna, how you? Good to see you. I love you. Love you bunches. Hope you're doing good. You know, I said that I was going to try to, you know, if you've done anything, I don't know, well, I don't even know what you call it. You kind of got to watch what you say on these things, but if you've done anything to try to stand for anything good on this, then any kind of platform that you've got on social media, they're going to be censored. They're going to be more pressure on those, because naturally the other side don't want our word to get out. But I got a buddy of mine told me, he said, if to beat the algorithms, he said, you know, if you just try to go live every single day, and as long as y'all are sharing that stuff, it will beat the algorithms. And look, I don't know how true that is, but I thought I'd try it, and I think today's the third day. It's today, third day in a row. I'm going to try for 5 days in a row, and we're just going to see how this works. No, that's wood. That's a wood stove right there. That's the best kind of heat there is, in my opinion. My Aunt Donna knows. Hello, Shirley. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I think my opinion, one of them wood stoves, just like that right there. I think it's it's like a real dry heat. I just love it. Like, if I kept that thing going, I could sit here in this chair and probably, for some reason, it just puts me to sleep. Okay, Shelton, I appreciate that. I hope you are as well. I hope you are as well. And you know, guys, I said, like even last night, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but what I did do is I got my Bible, and I know it might be hard for some of y'all to see, but I've got a lot of verses in here that's just highlighted that I've, you know, well, I do somewhere, yeah. See, like I got verses just page after page that I've went through and I've highlighted, you know, bunches. I mean, naturally I need to do a whole lot more, but I thought, well, I know it's at some point or another, the Bible's going to get brought up, and when it does, I'm just going to flip to one of these that I've got highlighted, and you know, there's a real good possibility that it'll probably go along with whatever we're talking about, because that's how God works. Hello, Sister Andy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, I got it. I didn't forget. I didn't forget tonight. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? How you doing? Well, you know, it's kind of crazy on the people will tell me, but like, man, I got notified that you were live, but you've been live like 30 minutes, and I got the notification. I missed the first 30 minutes, so I had to go back, and I was like, and you know, it's kind of messed up because a lot of people want to watch the whole video from beginning to end. Some people like to just skip through the middles, this and that. But if it is those people that like to watch from the beginning, and a lot of times, you know, my videos probably probably in the beginnings was one of the most important parts, especially what, depending on the topic, but it really messes a lot of things up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how, like I said, we'll see how it works. We'll see if we can actually beat the algorithms. I don't know if we can or we can't, but I figured it was worth a shot to try it. And the way I see it, I'm not one of these people that cares about the numbers and the clicks and all that stuff. As long as I'm talking, there's one person that's real, and I know there is. I mean, I don't know that number. I think it says 8 right now. There's 4 or 5 of you I know for a fact are honestly real. Do I think Summer will ever be found? That is such. I would hope so. I mean, I would say, is there hope? Absolutely. I think that there's a good. There's places. I've lived here 44 years of my life, and there's places in these mountains that I've never been that I don't even know about. So, could somebody got her and took her off there, and then she's lived? Yeah, I think so. I honestly do. Is that what happened? I don't know. I think that family loves drama. They thrive on drama, and by them putting themselves and their pride and all that stuff first, whether they had anything to do with it or not, it's kept them from getting their little girl found. And it's sad. I mean, it's sad. That's. I guess one thing I could add to that is. I'm trying to think how to word this because I've been known to hurt people's feelings just by telling the truth. So I'm trying to think in my mind the easiest way I could word it without hurting feelings. I'll just say it like this, I guess. A lot of people already know. I went down there and I had conversations with the mother and father. And I'm going to say this. There's conversations that I had with the father that... he thinks is normal, and it's not normal. It's honestly a crime, to be honest with you. But you're not going to change his mind on that, and that's a big. I mean, that's a big difference. And I mean, honestly, you might want to take that right there into play of how this little girl went missing, or you know what I'm saying? It's and look, I'm trying to be as nice as I can. Me and that guy are not on level playing fields as far as what's okay in life and what's not. Let's just say it like that, okay? I mean, it's 10,000% a crime in the law's eyes and in God's eyes too, I think. But the way it was said to me is that when you're raised that way, and then it's almost verbatim. When you were raised that way, you don't know no better. And I was like, well, you do now. Like I'm telling you, but for some reason that didn't seem to register. So it's okay. I remember you now. I remember you. Awesome. Thank you. I thank you for reminding me there. Yeah, I do remember that. Well, I hope and pray she's found one day. But well. I hope and pray she's found, but I hope and pray she's got a good life once she's found. I'm going to say it like that. And you can put back what I was saying a few minutes ago, and you can kind of combine that together, and you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm not one of these, I'm not going to get on here and dog people or this and that. All I can say is that our conversations, I didn't agree with what he was saying, and he didn't evidently agree with what I was saying because he's talked different. So, to me, that's just an excuse, Be like, why'd you rob that bank? Well, because I was broke. And I know that's a, difference between daylight and dark, but that's kind of how he sees it. And that's, a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people, I guess, have not ever had that conversation or what, what I'm saying. And it's, that was a real eye-opener to me. I hope and pray she's found and has got a good life once she's found, We definitely need to pray because I do think there's still hope. Because, like I said, there's so many places. And yes, they did an extensive search down around her house, and I get that. But there's no doubt in my mind that if she had wandered off and, you know, some coyotes or a bear or something like that, they'd have found evidence of that. That right there, I've just pushed that out of the picture from my mind. I mean, and really that only leaves two other options. It's that, well, she got out close to the road or something, maybe somebody really did come by and pick her up and drive off, or the family knows. I mean, the family knows regardless in my mind. They know, they got a better idea than what they've been letting on to us, but they know where they were involved. That's the only other two ways about it. I mean, I watch Investigative ID channel all the time. I know how this stuff works, you know, and it don't take much to put together. You know, I said on my live stream the other night, you know, I don't have any kids, but I mean, I've got some family in the chat right here. They can tell you my animals are my kids. Like, I've got a little dog that's, I mean, pampered like a little queen, you know, and I've got chickens, I got ducks, I've got cats, and I tell you, I first got my rooster and it got loose, and so I've got like basically a fenced in area of where they graze and all that, and then I put them in a like a 10 by 20 foot, it's a dog kennel, but I've got chicken wire right across the top for protection at night because, well, I don't want no raccoons. I've been having to run possums out there the past couple nights, but I don't want no coyotes or nothing to get them. But the first night I had that rooster, I didn't evidently have all my little, you know, when you live in the mountains here, you got fences. They got all kinds of little crevices and stuff that a rooster can climb through or hop over. Well, I didn't have them all in order right, you know, and he found one of them. And I went in the house for a minute thinking, he's just going to, you know, get used to being in the backyard. And when I come back outside, I heard him a-crowing, and he was flying way down the road on my neighbor's, across the way down there on my neighbor's front porch. And I tell you what, that's a rooster, right? First day of having him. And in my mind, I thought, well, I can go get him. So I got a big, like a grass rake. And in my mind, I was just going to, you know, kind of pin him down, pick him up, carry him home. I couldn't catch him by myself. So I started, literally, I can see this my rooster running all over the neighborhood away from me. Chances he'd get killed, get hit by a car, or whatever, or another cat or something come out and get him while he's, I don't know if he was showing off or what this thing was doing, but my neighbors will testify, I flipped out. Like, man, please come help me get this rooster out. And so, how they can just be, and I'm using my story because that's all I've got. But how this family can be so nonchalant over a little 5-year-old girl, and I flipped out over a rooster. We're not the same. We're not the same kind of people. You know, we're not. I don't understand it. I'm trying to read a few. They had rolled a few for me there. Yeah, well, yeah. God knows where she's at. That's it. God knows where she's at. You got 4 raccoons outside. I've got, well, I'm pretty sure there's 2 that I'm trying to keep away. And the night before last, I was checking my cameras and I could hear the ducks quacking, and then I come running outside and there's 3 little bitty, I'm talking little baby possums just walking around in there. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I don't know how they got in there, but I run them out, and then the next night there was a little bit bigger one that had climbed up on top, and I had to get it down. And that same night I caught an even bigger one in a trap, and I just let it go. I don't know, man. I don't want to be mean to. I love possums. I do. I love having possums around. They eat rattlesnakes and copperheads. They eat ticks. Everybody says they don't get rabies. Possums they eat the ticks. They don't get rabies. So anybody who tells you that, they're lying. That's just some old folk tale trying to make you scared of a possum. A possum is an awesome little animal to have around. It'll eat anything around your house, bugs, ticks, snakes. It'll eat them. Yes, if you got possums around your house, I'm trying to like make these wild animals like commingle, and it's hard to do that, you know. That's why I got a trap that way. It's just it's a cage trap. It don't hurt them. There's nothing clamps on their feet or nothing. They just get in there and the door closes, and the only way they can get out is when I open it. So if they keep trying to get in my chickens and my ducks, I'm gonna take them and relocate them somewhere else. I'm not gonna kill them, man. Like I said, I think they're great animals, and great animals to have around your house, because especially if you have other pets and you don't want them to get ticks and fleas and all that stuff. Case Shelton says, I would crawl up 10 miles through broken glass to find my child if one was missing. That's it. I mean, and I would be still to this day, whether it was 2 days after they went missing or 20 years after, I'd still be up on the tallest billboard I could find with the bullhorn till my voice was gone every night. I promise you that. I just don't see this enthusiasm out. No enthusiasm out of these people. They'd rather be caught up in the YouTube drama and try to become YouTube famous and make money off of this rather than find their little girl. I mean, that's what it is. It's sad. Really sad. Yeah, you know, I've heard that. Andy says it's that some say they will kill your chickens, but I've never had one mess with my chickens. Well, I've heard a lot of people tell me that, and I had 3 in there with mine, and they wasn't messing with them. They just, it was kind of weird. I thought, man, I got a little petting zoo out here. Look at this. They're just all sitting there, just kind of heads bobbing, you know. I'm sure I probably caught them off guard because I did have flashlight. There's a big light out there over them right now. Like, they kind of probably think it's still daylight. I got it on a timer. It goes off, I think, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. So I could see the possums well. I didn't even have to have my flashlight, but I could see them little things. And they was not messing, like even trying to mess with the duck. You know, they was all just kind of separated, just looking at each other. The possums was naturally eating the feed, the duck feed and chicken feed. Cheryl Carroll, how you doing? How you doing? Justice Jane says, I can't be mean to animals either. No, it's, you know, I understand if sometimes you got to, right? Sometimes, you know, if it's going to attack your animals and your animals are in danger, you sometimes you have no choice, right? I get that. And, you know, I mean, whether it's kids or animals or whatever, we're going to protect them that's what we are. We're their protectors. So, but if I can help it at any cost, I try my best to you know, do it safely. I did have to kill one raccoon though because it actually had a hold and would not let go of my hand. I thought he was going to rip her leg off, and I was screaming. You know, I think I had a fly swat. That's the first thing I could grab, was a fly swat, and I was hitting that raccoon just with the plastic in, trying to get it to. It had a hold in my hand's leg and was. I don't think it now. There wasn't ever no mark or nothing, but he was definitely gripped on real good, and he would not let go. Wouldn't let go. And my hand, I thought he was gonna pull her leg completely off, because y'all can imagine, this hen's not just sitting here saying, "Hey, let me go." She's flipping out, you know, flopping, going everywhere. I thought, listen, if he don't rip her leg off, she's gonna have a heart attack because of stress. So, yeah, that one had to be disposed of the kind of hard way, and I didn't have a choice. I gave it a choice. Many, trust me, many. It just wouldn't listen. Other than that, I always take them. You know, that's why I got the big traps that all they do is the door closed, and that way I usually take them somewhere way up in the mountains, away from the road, away from stuff, and let them out. And it's usually what I try to do. Yeah, a raccoon. Let's see. Andy says a raccoon did kill 8 of my chickens a while back and didn't do nothing but eat the crop out of them and leave them laying. Wow, yeah, I've heard it. I've heard that they will eat them and mess with them, but I think these honestly that I encountered, I think they were honestly too little. Because I mean, I got some big ducks. My rooster, he's a huge rooster. My hen, I mean, she's a little banty hen, but for a banty hen, she's a big hen. I mean, they eat like queens and kings is what they eat like. They get, you know, $50 bag of mealworms, and I went through, I think 9 bags of that stuff, and I got them in the end of July, and I've already went through 9 bags of those freeze-dried mealworms. So yeah, they definitely, and I mean, I give them to them every day. They get 2 separate kinds of feed, kind of minced together, and they get bread. I feed them bread. I feed them scraps, whatever, because the chickens will eat anything. They've been well fed. So what I'm getting at is that they're really, really big. I think they're a little bigger than normal, and I think maybe the possums might have been too afraid, because a lot of animals will look at size difference. They size you up. If you're bigger, then most time, you know, that's how it works, and that's why when the rooster, you know, when he gets mad, he puffs up as big as he can get. That's how, especially in the bird world, that's how that works. The bigger one is the one that is more intimidating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure raccoons can get rabies, but a possum can't. Possum can't get rabies. I'm pretty sure raccoon. I've seen several. Uh, in my day, I've seen several raccoons that were rabied like that. You can tell. You can tell. That's sad too. I hate to see anything. Now, I'll be honest. If you see one like that, it's probably best to put it on out of its misery because that rabies is no good. It basically just eats their brain, and then they turn into. It's crazy, almost like a little animal zombie, and it's so sad because they suffer a lot. So if you ever see one like that, I mean, make sure you trust me. You can tell by looking at their eyes. And really, if a raccoon's out during the daytime just walking around, that's not normal. They're nocturnal. They sleep in the day. They're out usually at night most of the time. We have to watch weasels right there hard. We don't have no weasels that I know of around here. Yeah, the raccoons. Yeah, Andy says the raccoons used to eat the cat food. Yeah, they do love cat food. That's exactly right. Oh, at Lyme, yeah, Michelle says that ticks cause Lyme disease. I had to get cured from it for deer hunting in the woods. Got that bullseye rash. Yeah, I know. I'm several buddies of mine that one of them went to the Marine Corps and got Lyme disease like that, and I mean it really messed him up. Like I think he didn't go but just a couple of weeks, and I mean majority of his time was in the hospital bed because of that Lyme disease. It was real bad. So. Deborah Henry, how you doing? How you doing? Hopper's Fishing, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, yeah, I've known several people that get that. Lyme disease is no fun at all. I mean, I live here in these mountains, and I recommend wear some kind of, if you're going to be deep in the woods where you're going to have brushes rubbing against your shoulder, if you're in kind of a thicket, make sure you got some kind of repellents, because them ticks, man, they're bad. They love blood. They do. Michelle says, I caught my Lyme disease within a few days, which is curable. You're right. If you can't, it's like a time thing, ain't it? I think for some reason, I guess maybe there's different kinds and it flares up different maybe in people. I'm thinking like maybe in the beginning, you think you're fine and everything's good, but really it's attacking really hard. And then by the time it's really got you, it's almost to a point to where they really have to aggressively treat it. And the reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure that's how it went with my buddy. Like they said he should have had the symptoms, but some people don't. And that's when it's really bad for them. Yeah, Deborah Henry says Lyme disease is hard to get rid of. Yeah. I'm glad there's a way to get rid of it. And guys, if you're wondering why I'm saying your name and reading the comment out loud like that, it's because I don't have this set for as under 18, because if you do that, they really strict them down and squeeze your channel that much more. So when somebody's watching this on the replay, they're going to have any idea what I'm talking about. Because look, I'll go back and watch the replay, and I'm like, man, they don't. I read the comment, but they're not. You can't see it because it don't show the comments again. I don't think, unless I put it as kids can see it. And like I said, that all that does is make them squeeze your channel that much more and try to find you doing something wrong. Now, and I don't have a problem with any kid watching anything I do, but I just don't set it as that on the video because they seem to squeeze you a little harder. Y'all know what I mean? So if you're wondering why I'm reading your name and your comment out loud, that's just so anybody watching the replay will understand what we're talking about. Hopper's Fishing says old timers use diesel to get rid of Lyme disease. Maybe I missed something there. Deborah Henry says my son got it, but didn't know until he was at the hospital. It's still with him. Well, we'll say a prayer for him. So Sean says, where was the white race in Jesus' times? Man, I don't know. I don't have no idea. I'd like to really be able to understand that one day, as far as how we all come together. Like, where did redheads come from? Where did we come from? Kay Shelton says I use, and then I'll probably butcher it, permethrin. Golly. Permethrin before I go hunting works great against deer ticks. Oh, Hopper's Fishing's talking about put diesel to keep ticks off of you. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Put a little diesel on. Hey, that's mighty good. That'd be a good idea. I like to smell diesel anyway. I think it smells good. Myself, I do. Yes, here it is, Friday night, October the 20th. What are y'all doing on this Friday night? Let me know what y'all are doing, where you's at. Let's see here. Michelle's comment says, I saw my rash after taking a shower. The next day was at the doctor on meds. You have to be retested afterwards to make sure it was gone. It can attack your organs and your neurological system. Wow. Yeah, that's very dangerous. Hey, I appreciate all that info. I didn't know it could. I didn't know it affected your organ. I mean, I know it done something. I didn't know it could just do any. I thought it's like your liver or a specific. Brother Sean says the Bible was written in Africa about Africans. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know. Man, I think that's just because they did that probably because majority of the people here were that color. I would say just about any country you go to during that time, he was going to be that color in that book. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. It's to try to get them more involved with, you know what I mean. What's up, 123? He says, what do you think of the name Allison? What do I think of the name Allison? Well, first thought, and this it might be the redneck in me, but the first thought when I think of Allison, I think Davy Allison, like old race car driver. Like when I was a kid, that'd be the first thing. But then again, I do know I went to school and stuff. I know a few people, girls with the name Allison. But that's a pretty good name. Pretty good name. Hopper's Fishing says, been working that night shift, got the night off, back on tomorrow. Well, hey, that's awesome that you got a night off, brother. I appreciate you spending it right here, man. That's awesome. I know, man. It's hard. Like if you used to work in a graveyard and then you get your days and nights mixed up. I'm bad to get that. It messes with you. It honestly takes me a few days to actually get everything straightened out. I was trying to make sure. Michelle says we are the Gentiles, white people. I don't really know. I don't really know where all the colors and all that stuff originated from, but I would like to find out where the redheads come from. Supposedly we're rare, like 1% of the population on the whole Earth, not just the United States, the whole Earth. I'd be interested in, learning more about that. Michelle says Biden is fixing to have us working 3 or more jobs, and we still ain't gonna be able to make it. Guys, it blows my mind that I can go to CVS. Let's see, I can give you a few examples. Let's say CVS, Walgreens. Wait a minute, the dollar store, the Dollar General, because there's one of them about every mile and a half, just at any direction you go, right? But I can go in the Dollar General, 2 little bags. It's $100. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. It blows my mind, guys. And why we're just sitting back and just, it's going to get better. Why we keep doing that, I don't know. Because I promise you guys, it's not going to get better. You know what? Weak men create hard times. And if that bag of oatmeal sitting up there ain't weak, if you don't think that's weak, you might need your head checked. So what I'm getting at is we're getting ready to see some hard times. I hope y'all have really thought this out and maybe set you some, I'm not saying to jump in to be one of them preppers. I applaud the preppers because, man, that takes a lot of time, dedication. It really does. And I bet you there's a lot of them preppers they're ready. They're ready for probably what's getting ready to happen coming, guys. And I ain't trying to scare you. I just want you to be prepared. That's all I say. Worst thing that can happen is you can go back on this video and laugh and say, ha, that stupid redneck was wrong. I hope I am. I really hope I am. I really do. I'm trying to read back. See here. Sean says, Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which is in Africa. How did Jesus get white? I don't think he's as white as people make it out. I don't think so. Not being from over just, the area alone. Yeah, I think he was. He had a little bit more of a tan. A little bit more of a tan. Him a lot more of a tan than I do. Michelle says charity begins at home. Yep. Wise old lady says, how you doing there? I believe redheads come from Scotland. Yeah, I've heard that a bunch. And then see, Sean says, why do the white race manipulate the mass about Jesus' black skin? Man, I don't know. I don't care if he's purple. It don't make a difference. He could be pink, purple, blue. It won't make a difference to me. But I know what you're saying. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. Now Biden, and see, Deborah Henry says, now Biden is saying, imagine that. I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't say that he was there when Jesus was born. Now, Deborah Henry says now Biden is saying he was born in Israel. Everything, you notice how everything, no matter what it is, it's about him. Whether he's got hairy legs, and you know what? I know way too much personal stuff about this creep, right? We shouldn't know all this stuff, but the idiots celebrate it. Y'all hear Rambo out there, don't you? And if y'all are talking in between yourselves, I'll let y'all talk. I ain't gonna read your comment out loud there. Hey, that's right, Sister Andy. I agree with that 100%. Skin ain't got nothing to do with it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if skin was really a problem, ask any other redhead in school if they got bullied for being a redhead. Because I did a lot. I bet you I got bullied a whole lot more than the black people did. We didn't have no black people in my school, but I'm talking about anywhere. The redheads got it. They did. I did. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I agree, that color's just whatever God wanted you to be. That's it. And for me, he said, "Pow, you're gonna be red." And here I am. There are millions. Sister Andy says color of anyone means absolutely nothing. There are millions. Oops, it skipped. There are millions of different shades from white to tan to brown to dark brown. That's exactly right. Hey, I'm speckled. I'm speckled. Tell me that ain't speckles right there. Sorry, I got a little soot on my arm. That's speckles. See all these speckles? I'm speckled. I'm speckled. I mean, it's kind of like he just started throwing colors at me. Some of them stuck and some of them just rolled off. I mean, I've been speckled my whole life. I'm a different breed, I reckon. Let's see here. Kay Shelton says, I mostly stock up on flour, cornmeal, soup beans, and I got my can house full of goods, potatoes, and try to can all our meat. Kay Shelton, that sounds like a magnificent. I'm going to come eat with you. Good night. Somebody talk about soup beans and cornbread. I just about choose that over almost anything. I love soup beans and cornbread. It's one of my favorite foods. Yeah, but I honestly feel like, guys, we're going to see. Well, I mean, history repeats itself. Right now, this is basically a repeat of 2008 times, but this right here is going to be times 50 compared to that. Because these buffoons up there they won't quit printing money. They printed and printed and printed and printed. You know whose money that is? That's your money. Wait, you didn't hear me, did you? That's your money. How's that make you feel? It's my money too, but it's your money. How's that make you feel? Knowing that these people up there just being as crooked as they can be, with your money, using your money to do it, drives me. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating, is it not? Can we say that at the least? We could say it's frustrating, couldn't we? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It's frustrating, to say the least. It's frustrating. Excuse me. See here. Sister Andy says, I'm so pale, I'm bright and white, wish I had a little more melanin. I burn in the sun for 10 minutes. Hey, the sun hates me, I'm convinced of that. When I go to the beach, I have to use 100-proof sunscreen, I have to sit in a tent. I have to wear long sleeves. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the ocean, but especially at night and late, when the sun goes down, it's great. But if that sun's out, I get blistered. Sun poison is no fun at all. I know Sister Andy probably knows what I'm talking about. It's no fun at all. And a lot of people think, well, man, to get that, my gosh, you ought to be an idiot to be laying out on the beach 10, 12 hours or no sunscreen. No. For me to get sun poison, I could be up there about an hour with no sunscreen. It would eat me up. It's crazy. I got sunscreen everywhere. There's some right over there. I got it everywhere. Let's see. I'm going to go back here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Y'all talking to each other there. Let's see. Deborah Henry says, "Yep, they've turned it so we're paying for the evil being done." That's sad. Oh yeah, that's 100% truth. That's a sad way to put it. That's 100% truth. So that's exactly right. Yes. She says, "I know all about it." Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, and I love hot weather. I love being out in the sun, but man, I just got to really, really stay protected. It's crazy to, yeah. I mean, majority of the time I drive in a truck, but actually this summer, me and Daniel there, we actually cut in a few cell phone tower pads and this and that, and that's running machinery and been outside in them days it was like 97, 98 degrees here. It's really, really hot, but it was like I'd almost have to get dressed just like I was going out on the beach. I got this big old straw hat to keep shade off my face. Sunscreen's bright, shiny, looks like I got saran wrap on it because it's just dripping in sunscreen. I mean, and I've got on long sleeve fishing shirts that are actually like SPF 40 or 50 or something. They work. They really work. It actually you don't have to put sunscreen on your arms if you work, and it keeps you cool. But yeah, I'm out there dressed like I'm getting ready to get in the water, but I'm going to work. That's just I don't get sunburned, don't get blistered. Let's see. Hopper's Fishing says we got trains derails and Biden wants to build train rails in India. That son of a gun couldn't put on. He couldn't put a 2 and up train set together. He couldn't. I guarantee you, your all's kids could put a train set together than he could. I know he don't wipe his own butt. I heard him say, "My butt's been wiped." I would never say that because I wipe my own butt. If somebody else did it, I would say that. I'm telling y'all, guys. Let's see here. Let me read what Michelle says. Redheaded people catch it when it comes to the sun. I've gotten sun poison and had to get a shot of Benadryl, and I'm of Native American. Yeah, I've got Cherokee Indian, and my mom and my papa. My papa he was like 50%. He was a lot, and I've got a little bit in me, and I believe that's. I wished I could get now. If I get out in the sun at a certain time, it will tan and it looks pretty good, but it takes a while. Like for me, I just don't like getting sunburned. But that's a little bit of the Cherokee side, I think. What you're talking versus what I'm talking about there. And then Carter Paul says I always get blisters every summer because how hot it is. I tell you, them blisters, it's like a water blister. I know exactly what you're talking about. Boy, them things hurt so bad because it's like you feel like heat. You can feel the heat radiating from the bubble, and then especially if it busts, and then it's just like that flat skin just off. Yep, I know what you mean, man. Them things hurt. They hurt real bad. Let's see here what Sister Andy says. Did you see where a widow took back a flag her husband stole off the courthouse in Hawkins County? He did it for a bet and got $50 if he could get it, and had it many years. No, I had no idea. I'd never heard about that. And said her husband died and she returned it, and it would have been hard for me to give it back for fear they'd just throw it away. It was wow. No, I had no idea. And he stole the flag. That's awesome. I mean, don't nobody go steal nothing or nothing. I'm not encouraging that, but I mean that is a pretty cool story. Oh goodness, Carter, I feel for you. I really do, because them things hurt. Can you say, what in the world? He said, I know what you want. You want to try to make a meme or something, ain't you? Ever redneck saying that? I mean, I do like brownies. I'm not going to lie. I do like brownies. They are pretty good. I don't have any, though. That's funny. I mean, if you say please, I might just say it for you. Maybe. Family Guy. I don't know. Man, now come on. Family Guy don't talk like they I mean, do they? I watched Family Guy, but I didn't know they talk like an accent like me. Yeah, I'm a proud hillbilly. I really am. I wouldn't honestly. I've been a truck driver for 22 years now, and I've been all over this country, and I really wouldn't. I don't think I'd have it any other way. I do, like those mountains out there in California, they're beautiful. The Colorado Rockies, they're beautiful. But I don't know, it's just something about here. He did say please. Since you said please, I ate all them brownies. I'll say it for you, buddy. Let's see here. You know, I did play. I remember playing that Red Dead Redemption, maybe when it first came out, but I didn't really get into what's it? So you look like Micah from Red Dead 2. Hey, well, thank you. That'd be all. Maybe they. I don't see Red Dead. You said 2. I remember the very first one, and I'm pretty sure those games got a whole lot better as they got better. So I'm not real familiar with that, but I appreciate it though. Michelle says people love our southern accent. Oh, and Chrissy360 said you look like Micah from Red Dead 2. And if you're wondering why I'm reading it's because of the way I've got this set up. Is when people go back and watch the replay, they're going to have no idea what I'm talking about because the comments are not going to be there. I don't have it set for under 18 because once you do that, they squeeze you down even more. Kids can watch it. I don't think I've said anything a kid couldn't handle. I promise you what's on the TV is a lot worse than anything I've said tonight. Hillbilly Jackson. I don't know. Hillbilly Jackson. I don't know who that is, but sister, oh, wait a minute. Oh, she's replying back to somebody else there. Oh, she's talking about that pole. Said he had to climb a very tall pole to get it, but he did win the $50 bet, and back then that's quite a bit of money. You know, ain't that crazy how, I mean, I can remember back in the 80s, you know, when I was a kid, that you could buy a whole lot with $100 in the 80s. You really could. And it's just like I was talking a few minutes ago, man, like now you can't go to the dollar store and get 2 little bags, you got $100 in them, and you don't have nothing. You know, nothing. I watched a video the other day. There was this guy that he went and made videos last year of like maybe a Costco or Sam's Club or something like that, and he took the exact picture or video of the product, and it's like $6, $7, $8, $9 more this year than it was last year. We're out here paying $80,000 for a pickup truck. Wow. We should have set our foot down a long time ago and said, look, I understand y'all make good vehicles and that, but if it's a penny over 50,000, you're not getting our money. There's nothing there. You know, I can remember back in the, let's say, late 90s. The late 90s is when I started, you know, mid 90s, 93, 94, 95 is when I started buying vehicles. And, you know, they can make a really, 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 really good truck for $20,000. They can. They did in those days. Those trucks was better than they are now. And brand spanking new, you know, showroom floor, $19,000. The most you'd pay was, you know, in them days, $22,000, $23,000, and that was it loaded, right? Well, my question is, I mean, and yeah, there is some of those trucks like still on the road today. My neighbors down the road here got one of them. Matter of fact, where is that extra $60,000 in that vehicle? Where is it? First of all, the ones that's now on the road, they're made even cheaper. Thinner plastic, thinner metal, lighter. I mean, smaller motors, smaller gas tanks. You know what I'm saying? Everything's cheaper. So why'd the price go up $60,000 more? Because we're stupid and pay for it. Should say no. Don't buy another one. I promise you, when one of these dealerships got about 60 of them trucks sitting on their lot, they can't send them back. They're stuck with them. They'll sell them for $50,000 before they lose on them, right? Oh, goodness. This guy's trying to make me. I think he's trying to. I mean, are you trying to make memes? Is that what you're trying to do? What's that say? Nicoletta, is that the name? Did I say that right? Hey, happy birthday, Nicoletta. If I said that right. Let's see here. Hopper's Fishing says, did you see where the Convoy Trucking Company wiped 500 shipments off the broker board? No, I didn't. I heard something about. I'm not sure it was that. Man, that's a lot of material right there. 500 shipments. No, I didn't hear about that. Hey, tell me who that is. Tell me who Hillbilly Jackson is. I don't care. I'll yell it. You gotta say please though. If you say please again, I'll do it for you. I ain't hard to get along with. I'm nice if you're nice. If you show me respect, I'll show you respect. Oh, it was yesterday. Hopper's Fishing says no. Okay, I'll look into that. Sister Andy says, what makes me madder than Hades is the appliances we had growing up, ran forever, and now have problems with them first year. A whole lot of junk for a whole lot of money. You know what? I'm about positive. And let me ask you if this has happened to y'all. Right when, I mean, it's like maybe a week or 2 weeks after that. I don't care if it's a 1 year, 2 year. I've had it up to even 3 year warranties. It's like right after that warranty goes, it's done. And you have to go buy another one. I honestly think they've got something in there like timed or something to only last that amount of time, so it tears up and you have to buy another one. Because just like Sister Andy said right there, years ago they lasted, right? I'll give you a prime example right here. Look here. You want you go get your ice trays. Y'all see this right here? This right here is an old antique. I mean, yeah, it is antique. It's an old ice tray. You literally put the water, fill that pan full of water. You get this, you set that down in there like that, then pick this right here up, then this right here folds. You see, it breaks it out. It folds it out like that, breaks the ice. This thing right here, now I don't know exactly how old this is, but go to Walmart or anywhere right now, and I bet you $100 you're not going to find one that's going to compete with this one and never last as long as this one has. There's not a thing wrong with this thing. It's a magnificent shape. And I would about guess it's probably like, maybe in the 60s or 70s, maybe 70s. Could even be back as far as the 50s though too. I don't know. Maybe, it don't have no name or nothing on the bottom, but I mean, this is in perfect shape. And look, I'm one of these here. I love old antique stuff. I love stuff like that. Anything that, just like Sister Andy was talking, anything that was actually good during its time, man, I love it. That's like, you can see I've got old lanterns and stuff hanging everywhere, this and that. This right here is a prime example of what she was talking about there. This ice tray right here will be here when I'm dead and gone. I guarantee it. Probably every one of us here will be all dead and gone. But this ice tray will still be working if you wanted to use it. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, now, oh man, I'm way past on the comments here. Let's see here. Let me go. All right, I'm getting caught up here. Let's see. Sister Angie says Americans never had a problem with making wonderful stuff, but why everything I buy now is from another country when we're more than capable of making anything we need right here. That's because we've been bought and paid for by the bag of oatmeal that's sitting up there right now. His past 40 years is 100% proof of that. He ain't done nothing for us, ever. The only thing he really did, I guess, if you said he want to do something for the people, we the people, for the people, is made it a minimum of, or minimum, maximum, whatever, of 5 years in prison if you get caught with a little teeny, weeny gram of crack. But the funny thing is that didn't apply to his own son. It didn't apply to him. So, once again, did he do anything good? But no, you're exactly right. That's exactly. We rely, and we're getting ready to find out the hard way, guys. I hate to say it. You're getting ready to see the hard way of how much we do rely on other countries. Because once all this starts popping off, all these ships that usually come and deliver to our Dollar General, Walmart, I don't care, local mall, whatever, they're going to stop. They're going to be no more until this is done. So, let's see here. I'm trying to read a few of these comments here. Yeah, a few of you said I love those ice trays. And I said you're exactly right. She says the companies and corporations have no pride in what they're making. All they think they have pride in is making that dollar, and they don't really care how they have to get it. That's what I've seen. Everything now is in plastics. Deborah says that's right. Andy says, I love antiques. My whole house is full of help. That's it. How you doing, Stacy? How you doing? Oh, okay. Shelton says have a lot of lanterns from different colors from the railroad. Man, them are some good lanterns, too. They didn't play around. They got the big good ones. Let's see here. Michelle says, my mom used only those ice trays in our home, those new stove, washer and dryer, etc. We had to replace within 3 years. I like the older ones. We got a $5,000 gift card, and they had no older type stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think they honestly make it and design it to last, like I said, a week or two, maybe if you're lucky, 6 months past that warranty runs out. And that's just because what they designed it to do didn't work like it's supposed to. I really think that, man. It can't be a coincidence every time. I mean, and they're always like, oh man, 2 months ago it need to be under warranty, and I'm like, yeah, ain't it funny how that's what y'all always say. Y'all always tell me that never has it been, but you done good. That warranty's still in there. I mean, the only way that's gonna happen is you get a lifetime warranty on something, because, like I said, I think they designed it to tear up. I guess I know there's a lot going on. Probably right where you're at, right? Maybe even in your family. It seems like right now, man, the devil knows exactly. The devil knows exactly what buttons to push, when to push them, to put these thoughts in your head that you probably really shouldn't be thinking. You know, I know right now the devil knows that. Sometime tonight, I don't know if it's around midnight or something, and if you got clear sky above your head, you can go out and look, and there's going to be comets or shooting stars, asteroids, whatever you want to call them. You're going to be able to see them tonight, and they're saying it's remnants from Halley's Comet. And I remember I was a kid. It was like I want to say 87 or 89. I can't really remember the year. You could probably look it up, but I remember the last time it came through, and supposedly it's doing it again, and this is remnants of it. But you go out tonight, I think around midnight, maybe even now, I don't know. But you look up, there's supposed to be like 100 an hour is what it said. Now, that could be all a lie, I don't know. But the Bible also talks about stuff like that as well. That's like, man, I think in the book of Enoch or something like that, it talks about it, or something like that. Man, Daniel was talking about that earlier, but if you just can't feel like you see it. I mean, if you don't turn on the TV and you see, like, I guarantee you can surf channels right now from all these crooked media channels. You're going to see flooding in India. You're going to see earthquakes in Afghanistan. You're going to see war in Ukraine and Russia. You're going to see war in Israel and Gaza Strip, and probably getting ready to kick off even more, like a literally global war. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Maybe some of y'all do, but I don't see a lot of the public. I just say it like this: if you just go to China and watch their media, they're telling them to prepare for war against the United States. I mean, that's exactly what they're saying. They're telling their people to prepare, right? Have you seen anything on the news from CNN or the MSNBC, any of these, CBS? Have you heard anything about, hey, there's a possibility that nuclear war is getting ready to start, and as a journalist and as your trusted news source, I would hope that I could help you maybe prepare. Yeah, it's going to be rough, but we can give you warnings. And have y'all heard anything like that? Because I sure haven't. Right? I've actually went and looked for it and couldn't find anything. Sister Randy, yeah, these vehicles are totally horrible. Like the buddy of mine just bought a brand spanking new truck, and it's $80,000. Is it a nice truck? Yes, absolutely. Is it $80,000 nice? No, I would say $50,000 nice, and that's really, really, really pushing it for me. Kay Shelton says, my husband is pretty genius at making parts and fixing older appliances. We've had most of our appliances about 30 years. So see, you got some good ones. You got some of the good ones, and that's a crazy thing. If you can find old appliances like that and they still work, you better grab onto them, because they'll last forever if you take care of them. See, I'm trying to read. Kay Shelton says that she's not heard anything on the news. And then Deborah Henry says, I've heard up to 5,000 has been killed here on America since that call, but you won't hear that from the mainstream media. I'm just going to say I think the mainstream media is lying to us. They've been lying to us for a long time. I mean, that's all the way down to your local. They're all saying the same thing. It's like, I don't care if you're watching news in Chicago or you watch it right here in these mountains. They're reading the same script. Same thing, basically. And it's lies. Lies. Like I could go over right now and call out numerous lies just off the top of my head that I know they've lied about. They all not have jobs. How's it fair? I mean, these people in these news, they get behind the cameras, they got pretty good lives. They got a pretty big paycheck. I don't think they should sit there and get paid that kind of money to lie straight to your face, especially when it's going to affect you and your family. They dang sure lied to mine, and I've got the evidence to prove that their lies did nothing but damage. Damage. That's what it did. It was their lies. They swore up and down it was great. One of the greatest things ever invented. But, well, after my preaching and, running a sermon through the living room floor, that still didn't do no good either. And they still went ahead and went through with it. And now they got an autoimmune disease. They can't even eat bread. They can't eat hardly anything they want. It's so little small. It's so sad, man. But the media lied. They said, it was great. Of course, I'm not saying we're dumb enough to fall for that just because we look like, I know a lot of people think redneck hillbillies are dumb people, but we'll probably be around when y'all are already gone. We're honestly probably some of the smartest. I'm pretty educated myself. So don't let this accent and all that fool you, and I did see a thing today where the Hamas and the Hezbollah and all of them are bragging about how they got sleeper cells, and they told what daggum cities they're in. And you might say, well, Jamie, that ain't right, because why would they tell about where they are? Listen, when they got numbers like they did in Israel, it don't matter if they say it or not. With numbers, they're going to be able to do whatever they want. So don't sit by. If I've said anything, any video that I've ever done on any platform within the past 7 years now, I've said numbers matter. So, guys, we know what this borders look like. I've seen video after video after video of fighting age men coming in here saying, well, I'm from China, or I'm from wherever, and I'm going to Detroit, or I'm going to New York. I got to go up there and find a place and wait for my orders. What orders? What do you mean? What kind of immigration is that? You get here and wait on orders. Most of them come here and they've already got a job, is the way it's supposed to be. First of all, these are not coming here the right way anyway. All they doing, welded doors open, and they just walk straight across. That's the people that I'm talking about. But the funny thing is they left their wife and children behind. If you're running from a war-torn country, you take your family with you. But if you're running to a war, you leave your family behind and you go fight by yourself. That's what I'm saying, guys. And so, look, if you go on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, any of them, you'll be able to find a video. It's out there. They're proudly saying where they are. Like they're not hiding this stuff. Y'all see the streets the past couple days? You think those people are your friends? I got news for you. I got news for some of them. I know they're out there thinking they're doing and standing for a good cause, but go to Gaza and see if that fly. Every one of you be slaughtered. Everyone. They don't care what kind of flag you're holding. They don't care what's coming out of your mouth. You're trash to them. You're trash. That's it. Trash. So to me, it's evil to begin with. They're supporting evil. But you know what? I would never do that. But if I was, I would at least make sure that evil had my back as well. And these idiots are so stupid, they don't realize they're over here threatening to do everything or whatever. But if it ever cracks down and the same people from Gaza get over here, all they did is open the door for them, welcome them in, and then they're going to kill all y'all. That just shows how stupid they are. In case Shelton says I can remember Red Dawn, I remember it well too. Absolutely, Cannon Bloom. Yes, I will pray. If you got your prayer requests, throw them up here. Absolutely, I'm never ever going. Not in the feeding prayer. We gotta pray, guys. Let's see here. Deborah Henry says United Nations is paying all the illegals coming in. Sleeper cells have been here. Yep. Thanks, Obama, for that. You're exactly right. Yep, it is a setup. That's it. I agree. Yeah, Michelle's talking about that Red Dawn movie, and I've seen the remake. It's basically the same thing, except instead of them, parachuting in like that, they're already here on the ground. That's exactly right. No, Sister Andy says, and I'm not. Yes, and I'm absolutely not against the immigrants. That's who built this country and how I ended up here. But come the right way, and same rules apply for us to do them. That's exactly right, because you know what? I know many, many, many really good people, like coming from Mexico or other countries, trying to get here, and they can't even get in. But yet these people come, do it the right way, It's sad. It's sad. But who's got some prayer requests, guys? We're letting them people that ain't even supposed to be here, like their name's not on no paper. They're just here. They don't really know how many's here. But all I'm saying is y'all need to really go find that video and see how close you are from it. I guarantee there's a few of y'all in here. You're within 50 miles from some of these people right now, and you're getting ready to lay your head down. And they're getting ready to lay their head down. Y'all are 50 miles apart. Y'all saw what happened in Israel, guys. You think these people care? There is no rules. There's no rules that apply to these people. I mean, it's almost like let me put it in like so maybe you could better understand it. And I'm gonna pretend like maybe I'm talking to a little kid. Okay, just say from a time you was born, you were born and trained, and you eat, sleep, poop, everything, killing anything that does not agree with what you think. And I don't care what it is, if it's got lungs and a heartbeat, if it don't have their way of thinking, and they'll know if you do or not. Don't think you bunch of idiots out there in Hollywood's going to try to fool some of these people. Just because you got millions of dollars, they're going to take you out and take your money anyway. That's what's going to happen. Is they know who's real and who's not. And these people were born, bred. That's all they thought about from a time to wipe us off the earth. So, I mean, a lot of people think that they could negotiate. Hey, wait, come here and talk to me. Y'all need to go watch some of the videos of what I seen. You might change your mind. Let's see right here. Let's see view. For some reason, I've got the view. Naturally, yeah, I'm going to show that. Why wouldn't I? You bunch of show. There we go. Michelle says they hate America and Israel. They yell death to us. That's right, they do. Yeah, here in Atlanta, Georgia, they had a protest here today back in Palestine, and they're backing our enemy, uneducated blind sheep. That's exactly right. They're too stupid to understand. Tell them to go to Gaza. I want to see any of them, one of them, go to Gaza, because I promise when that one does, and they rip them to shreds, the rest of them will find that might. Whoa, we didn't. I mean, I can imagine what these bunch of lefties, let's call them that, would act. But that's so sad. They don't understand, guys. We need to pray for them. We need to pray for our country and a way of life to be preserved. Deborah Henry, that's exactly right, because this country has turned their back on God. It really has. When they start taking God out of schools, the country started doing that slow turning its back on God. God knows that. He knows. But the Bible says always stuff has to come to pass, guys. So let me tell you like this, and no matter how bad you think it may get, if you know the ending of this story in this book right here, if you know the ending of, well, if you've never even read the Bible, go read Revelations. I'd recommend you read Genesis and Revelation. Read them 2 chapters of the Bible. Read them 2. Better yet, just read Revelation. I guarantee you, maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm pretty sure I've got some highlighted here, and while y'all putting some prayer requests in there, praise the Lord, I do. I was going to say, I bet you there's somewhere in Revelation, because I talked about in the beginning of this video that I was just going to maybe flip through and find some verses that I've highlighted. You know what? Here's okay. I'll just say it like this. I was looking, and y'all know I've got that We the People Bible, but y'all can see right there. That's the first one I come to. Hold on, let me get it to work. There you go. There you can see. It's highlighted. Yes, I know it's backwards. But that's in Revelation. That's in Revelation 22:20. And it says, which he testified these things and saith, surely I come quickly. I've got that highlighted. And guys, I don't think I got a bunch in Revelation highlighted, and I'm going to pick something out here for just a second, maybe. Nobody's going to know the day. Nobody's going to know the time. Nobody's going to know the hour that this is going to happen. But there is some stuff that has to take place. But who's to say that could take place just like that? Really, that's the way God works. Right here it says Revelation. I'm going to read a little bit right here, because we were talking about this a little bit last night. If you look in Revelation 6, and then I'm going to start right there in the verse 4. Guys, and I'm going to take my hat off there. I don't care what my hair looks like in reverence to the Lord, reading His Word. I'm not going to disrespect. I got respect like that. So you just going to have to look at the ugly redhead. That's just how it is. But if you look at Revelation 6, and then verse number 4 there, and it's talking about, and there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat on thereon, and to take place from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword. Guys, in this book right here, it says in the end times, you'll sell your cloak to buy a sword. What that means, and I've done read that now, I'm going to put this back on. What that's saying in this is basically, you're not supposed to just lay down and pray this away. When David went to fight Goliath, he didn't get over in a corner and down on the. I know he prayed, yes, but he didn't pray for that rock to automatically lift off the ground and throw it. He had to physically do it himself. Now, was there power from God in that rock and in that slingshot when it let go? Absolutely. I bet you it sounded like a bolt of lightning and the biggest clap of thunder you've ever heard in your life when he let go of that thing. There ain't no doubt in my mind, because that's the God I serve. That's the power I know, right? The Bible says too, if you have enough faith, you can move mountains. That means basically, I live right here in these mountains. I believe that if God wanted to, He'd go over and pick up Unaka Mountain and He could throw it plumb across the Virginia line. The Bible says if we have enough faith, we can. I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. I'm one of these, if you've got something, I don't care what stage cancer you have, if God wanted to heal you, He could heal you just like that. No question asked, man. And it's just really sad to know what this man went through. He had a beard like I did, I believe, and they plucked every hair, and they plucked it all out, yanked them out. And man, guys, that really hurts, man. And they beat him with whips with little bone chips in it, and you could see his lungs probably. Y'all don't understand what this man did for y'all. You don't understand what he did. Me, I didn't deserve it either. I don't deserve nothing. But when you really think about what Jesus done for you, not me, what He done for you, Y'all realize when He was hanging on that cross, the way they had them nails in His feet and His, in His hands like that, He literally had to push Himself up with His legs to get a breath of air. That way His diaphragm could go and get His lungs to inflate enough to get the air in to be able to breathe. And then when He'd sink back down, He'd push all that air out. You realize how many times He had to try to stand up? And he talked. Like they said, when people was hanging on the cross in them days, they'd never done nothing but maybe mumble. They wasn't. That shows you how strong he was. He spoke. I'm pretty sure he spoke 7 times. They stabbed him. Y'all just don't understand, man. I know some of y'all do. But it's I don't know. When you look at that right there, and you look at it that way, and you know how this book is written, you know how this ends. We're going to face hard times. We're supposed to, but we're laying our treasures in heaven. We're building our mansions in heaven. Right now, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Regardless of whatever else you're doing, if you ain't laying down, whatever you're doing and supposed to be doing for God, you're not building nothing. You're supposed to be getting your treasures. Some mansions are going to be bigger than others, depending on what you do down here. Maybe you didn't know that. I'll be honest with you, I didn't for a long time. I didn't realize that. But once I grasped it, I'm like, hey, you know what? All this stuff down here, everything around me, it's not mine. It's God's. It belongs to God. He's just letting me borrow it to get through this little patch and this assignment that I've got till I get to glory. Now, if y'all are on that same train, say I am. Will you let me know? Because I promise you, there'll be a few of you. We're going to read back and I'll be like, hey, remember? I told you, come look at this mansion. Show me yours. Right? I hope all y'all's is bigger than mine, but you better be working. Game on. You want to make it a challenge? I think we should. What would be wrong with that? Yeah, absolutely. Bless your heart. Bless your heart, Technical Dina. You say, I'm so sorry to hear that. Many prayers. God knows. God knows all about your cancer. God wins. God wins. Absolutely, he does. Praise the Lord, he does. He does. Yeah, everybody say a prayer for Dino there. Yes, absolutely. Sci-Fi, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see here. Hopper's Fishing said Jesus built a perfect bridge with 3 nails and 2 pieces of wood. Amen to that. You just imagine the pain that man went through. We think we go through hard stuff. Hey, Sister Andy, the good Lord knows. He already knows, you know. Is that not amazing? He knows how many hairs in my beard and on my head. He knows. If you say, Jamie, you know, I'd give you a brand new truck if you can't tell me exactly and count. Golly, you know how long that takes? He knows just like that. Guys, we serve an amazing God. And I know right now, like, you can feel the evil side of stuff just ramping up. And you know why? It's because it don't have much time left, guys. It don't have much time left, and they're trying to grab everybody they can. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. You've come too far already, all right? If you're listening to my voice right now, you've come too far. It's almost over. The race is almost won. Hang in there just a little bit longer. I promise you it's going to be worth it. I promise you. I know it gets rough. I know it gets hard. I wake up and the devil's trying to beat my eyeballs back closed every single morning of my life, and that's the God's honest truth. But I feel like I'm doing something. I've got to be doing something right, because if he's not beating your brains out, he's probably got you where he wants you. Think about it. If you wake up in the morning and you don't really have to sit down and pray to Jesus and say, Lord, keep me on the right track, keep me focused on you. If you don't have to do that, then you might need to amp it up a little bit. You're slacking. Because if the devil ain't on your back, like right now, he's trying to choke me out right now. He can't stand to hear me say exactly what I'm saying. You know, y'all can't see it, but he's trying every way in the world. There's stuff been jumping off his table over here. I don't know what that is. Trying to get me distracted, but it ain't going to work, you know. Satan, devil's a liar. Fear is a liar. Fear is one of the biggest liars they are. If you're really a true follower of Jesus Christ, you don't need to be afraid of nothing, because he's got your back. Boy, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling to know that no matter what. Now, might it hurt a little bit? Yes. It ain't going to be the pain he went through for you and me that we did not deserve. So, guys, I'm sorry. I made this already an hour and 13 minutes. Hold on a minute. Wait. See. Yeah, Michelle says that Pastor John Hagee said on the Free Chapel that there's nothing else happened before Jesus comes back. We have fulfilled all biblical prophecies. Israel and the Gog and Magog war happens after we are gone. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just going to refer to the Bible. Nobody knows the time. Everybody needs to be ready. You know what I mean? Everybody needs to be ready. If you've got family members that I do. I got close family members that I with their life don't show it, right? If that Eastern sky was bust open right now, it'd be bad. So pray for my family members as well. We're getting ready to have a word of prayer, guys. Kay Shelton says, yes, we have to fight the devil every day and keep her focused. That's exactly right. Keep her focused on God. And Hopper's Fishing says the Spirit will lead and guide you to all the truth. That's exactly right. The Holy Spirit will let you know if you're messing up. Absolutely. And you know what? I kind of look at it like this. You know, a lot of people say your conscience, right? My mind, and maybe this is just my hillbilly way, but before, if you're out there living with the devil and you're snuggled up to him, it is your conscience because you know better. But once you give your life to the Lord, then it's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit takes over that conscience. And it's even smoother road, really, especially for right from wrong, because you'll definitely know. That's kind of how I look at it. So, yeah. So, if you hear me talk right now, and as I say, look, time's up right now. It's over. Your life's done. Right now. If that Easter sky was to bust open, when you got up there in front of the Lord, from the big throne of judgment, I imagine there's going to be a book about that thick, because your name's going to be wrote down in the Lamb's Book of Life, or he's going to look at you and say, depart from me, I never knew you. Now, when I just said that, if you felt a little thump in your chest, like your heart sunk just a little bit, you're not right. And that ain't me saying that. That's the Holy Spirit and the Lord working through to tell you that you're not right. You need to make things right. And look, that's not nothing I can do. That's between you and the Lord. Go somewhere, write out. I prefer to pray privately. I do it on these videos because I think it's just an extra prayer for a day for me. Do it privately. Go somewhere in your little prayer closet. I recommend find you a little special spot. I've got several little special spots that I just sit at and, I'll feel closer to the Lord, right? Go talk to him. Cry out to him. Because I promise you, he'll answer. And I'm going to say this. When you do that, don't think your life's going to get easier. You better be ready for the biggest battle you've ever had in your life, because the devil's going to be mad you did this. He's mad at me right now for telling you. He's going to be mad you did this. He's not going to like the fact that you took everything away from him and now you're living for Jesus. He hates that. So he's going to definitely try to, like I said a few minutes ago, when you open your eyes in the morning, he's going to be trying to beat them back shut. But you know what? You're tough. And when you pray about it with Jesus' help, you're good. You beat it. Like I said, fear's a liar. Don't be afraid. Fear's a liar. That's all I'm going to say. Fear's a liar. Anytime you start getting afraid, go back and watch this video. Say it again. Fear's a liar. It's all lies. When you think about your mansion and your glory that heaven is going to be, what's to be afraid of? All you're going to do is speed it up. Speed up the process. Let's go. Right? Let's see here. Let me read this comment here. Oops, hold on. Read this comment here. Michelle says, I've watched the Israel at war on a channel and had Muslims attack me. I educated them to read the Bible, and now they know who wins, not saying this guy, maybe only God knows. I agree with that. Man, what in the world? I asked you a few minutes ago, did I say that name right? Like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Nicoletta, is that how you say it? Is that like one of them little funny words that's going to get me tongue twisted and make me say, I don't know. But you know the rules, man. Hey, if I did say it right and you ask nicely and say please, I'll say it. I honestly already said it a few minutes ago, though. I really did. I'm pretty sure. But if I'm saying it right and you ask nicely, I'll say it again. I'm honestly kind of confused to why that. Well, you making memes or something? Is that what it is? They need hillbillies to do memes now? The world must be getting pretty bad. Pretty bad. If you want us hillbillies to do memes for y'all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think y'all doing a great job. You don't need us. Anyhow, anybody else got any prayer requests? Guys, we're going to have a word of prayer. I appreciate all y'all real ones. And I know it's been, like I said, I'm going to be live again tomorrow. And it's great that there's 6 or 7 maybe that was here last night and the night before that, man. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the reason I'm going to keep doing this. You and hopefully that number will continue to grow of real people, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wish anybody happy birthday, man. I think that's a good thing to do, But I don't know if I said the name right. How you doing, Anthony Acosta? What's up? How you doing? So, who got a prayer? Anybody else got any prayer request? Let's see. We'll get it like another 45 seconds, and then we're gonna have a word of prayer. Make sure I ain't forgot no comments or nothing here from anybody. I don't see any. I appreciate y'all sticking around as long as you have. And just listen to me sit right here and jabber. Look at The fire, I've done let the fire is already out. There's a little bit of smolder in there, a little bit left. I've done let it go out. No belts. All right, that seems to be the 45 seconds for me, guys. Hold on, let me get down here. Heavenly Father, God, Lord, as we bow in your holy presence, Lord, I want to thank you, God, for another night, Lord, another night of fellowship, God. Lord, I pray, Lord, there be somebody, God, in this video, Lord, that watches it later, Lord. Maybe they don't know you, God. Maybe they backslid, Lord. Maybe they used to know you, God, but they've been backslid, Lord, because the devil just got them pulled back in that hole, God. Lord, I pray tonight, God, that there be something I've said, Lord, or maybe something somebody's typed in the comments said, Lord, to maybe jar them out of it, God. Let them come back to you, Lord. Let them reach out to you, Lord, and just let them know, God, that you're there for them, Lord. And all it takes is just that one step for them, Lord. Lord, I pray, God, Lord, you know each and every person that's been in these comments, Lord. You know all their hearts, God. You know all the prayer requests, God, that's on their hearts, Lord. The Bible tells us, Lord, that you know our prayers before we even ask, God. Lord, I pray, God, Lord, for anybody that's been sick, Lord, I know there's a few, Lord, that have got cancer, God. I pray, Lord, that you reach down and touch them tonight, God. Lord, I pray, Lord, that you just reach down and just give them a little comfort, God. Lord, just let them know, Lord, that it's all going to be okay, Lord. One day, there's coming a day, God, when we're all going to be in heaven, Lord. There be no more of these diseases, God. Lord, I pray, God, that if there be somebody's family members, God, that's just been on their hearts, God, I pray, Lord, maybe something be said or done, God, maybe to just break through that, Lord. We know, God, Lord, that the evil is getting stronger, God. We also know that they don't have much time left. I pray, God, Lord, you just be with us, God, during these last days, God, or months, or years, however long it is, Lord. Be with us, God, and help us from all this deceiving evil, God, Lord. Just keep us safe, Lord. Watch us and guide us, Lord, in all that we do. Lord, I ask all this in Jesus' holy name. I do pray. Amen. Okay, guys, get down here. I get down here to this floor. Y'all hear Rambo back there? You hear him? He likes to pray too. Deborah, I couldn't agree more. Deborah says, thanks, Jamie. We need to come together. Absolutely. Guys, it's the past 2-3 weeks have not been an eye-opener to y'all, then you're probably just going to stay asleep, to be honest. Hello, Sister Bonnie. Good to see you. If it's honestly, just if it's not a real eye-opener, look deep into this stuff, then, hold on. Wake up. Hey, wake up. That good? I shook pretty hard right there. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Please, for the love of God, wake up. Open your eyes to what's going on. Tell people about what's going on. I hope y'all have a awesome weekend. Well, Michelle, I appreciate that. I feel I ain't worthy to do that. I ought to have my head in the hole. I should. I ought to dig a hole like an ostrich and stick my head in the hole is what I should do. It's I'll tell you what, guys. When I'll tell you what really helped me is when I finally come to the realization that it wasn't about me. That helped more than anything on this earth. And when you finally grab a hold of that, because trust me, you all know pride is, man, a lot of people got so much pride. When you realize it ain't about you, it gets easy, man. It really does. It really does. It gets easy. It gets easy. Howdy. And like I said, that part's easy, but don't think once you give your life over to the Lord that I promise you, the devil's gonna have you in a chokehold. As soon as you stand up from praying, he's gonna have you in a chokehold, and it's expect it, fight it. Nobody ever said this it's gonna be easy, you know. The Lord never said this is gonna be easy. He said He'd give us the strength to get through it. But you ain't gonna get that strength unless you pray for it and ask Him. Especially if you're fighting the devil like you're supposed to be, right? So, and let's say, I'm pretty sure this is day 3. Maybe. I said I was going to try it for 5 days in a row and then see how that went. And, hey, so far so good in my mind. So, I think we got 2 more days, and then we might come to a decision of something else there. Hey, be sure to go subscribe to Daniel's page at Daniel's Drone Deploy. And I do got a couple. I got a couple of my buddies that I'm gonna going to get to come over and we're going to play a little music and do a few little things like that. So be looking for that, because hopefully, maybe possibility of even next weekend. I'm not sure. Absolutely, Satan has no authority. He has nothing. So, I pray, Lord, the Lord will deliver us from the evil one. He will deliver you from the evil one if you ask him. And I recommend you put that in your prayer, exactly like that. Deliver me from the evil one, because he is the evil one. Thank you, Kate Shelton. I appreciate that. Now, fear is a liar. Satan is a liar. He can't stand me. I just bit my tongue. Is that all you can do? Is that the best you can do? Jesus is better than you. Now, my tongue's probably bleeding. I bit the far out of my tongue. See how he works? I bit my tongue good just then. See how the devil works? Oh, that's going to hurt. That'll be hurt. I'll probably be talking funny tomorrow. Even more funnier than I already do. Well, Sister Andy, I played music since I was 12, basically. I've been in all kinds of different varieties, bands, this and that. I'm just trying to get back into it just a little bit, I guess. And I really want to help my buddies out. I want to help trying to promote them. I don't want to do the music thing. I years ago I did, but now me sitting right here in my little man cave, that's all I want to do. Nothing else. But I want to help my buddies, so that's the main reason I'm doing it. But look, man, I appreciate all y'all tuning in tonight and tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, maybe. I don't know. I may even try it a little earlier tomorrow evening, just to see how that works out, and then maybe the next night, maybe even a little later. I don't know. Just kind of testing the waters, trying to see what's best for everybody. You all know what I mean? Because like I said, I am smart enough to understand that this ain't about me. I'm just blessed to be a part of it, right? And you say, what are you a part of, Jamie? I'm a part of telling people about Jesus and everything that he's done for me, and getting you. I don't have to pull to get you on that road. I promise. If you just stick around and listen, you're gonna be wanting to run, get on that road, be right with us. That's all it is. It's really that simple, And we all have our own separate testimony, and that's what God wants us to do. Is just tell people about it. Tell people about what he's done. But instead, people that talk about their cars and talk about their houses and everything they've got down here. And what you don't understand is that Satan is the ruler of this world right here that we're in right now. He's a chief. He's in command right now, and you think it's yours. That's pride, selfishness, and pride. You need to be working on your mansion, your treasures in heaven, because that's the only real thing you're ever going to have anyway, other than your salvation. Physical stuff, it's going to be in heaven. You ain't going to take none of this with you. Trust me, I know people that's tried. I know people that's demolished places just because they didn't want their family to have, by gosh, what. I know people that literally right before they died, they went and kicked the daggum plumbing out of the bathroom, kitchen sinks, just so we'd have issues with it after they died and we'd have to pay money. I know people like that. I do. But it's crazy. But look, I appreciate you. What's that say? Wildwood Flower? Yeah, my papa was the one that taught me Wildwood Flower. That's the first song I ever learned. That's pretty funny. I was 12 years old. That's the first song he ever taught me. That's pretty awesome. I learned that one, and then I learned Keith Whitley, Don't Close Your Eyes. That's the second song. Basically, that song there is how I learned to play guitar. Wildwood Flower, and then that Keith Whitley song. But hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, it's already been an hour and a half. I try not to make these that long, but look, I've done let the fire go out and all that good jazz. What time is it? Well, watch. Okay. It's 11 o'clock, right after 11 o'clock on the dot right here on the East Coast. Hey, guys, look, if you got a clear sky above your head, no clouds, go look for them shooting stars. It's supposed to be around midnight or something. I think they said start time, so they may be even there now. Go check them out. But look, I appreciate all y'all. If y'all don't mind, share this out to somebody. If you got somebody in your family that don't know the Lord, it might take something, an ugly mug like me. Wake up! That might be all I have to do. Might be something you can't. Send this to them, you know. If nothing else, they're going to laugh probably over something. And people are trying to get me say, what was it? I ate brownies and happy birthday somebody, all this. I don't know, guys. Anyway, hey, I hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow evening. And I know you can't really message and stuff on like YouTube. You can put a comment in there. But, hey, if you want to actually reach out, jackhammer4979@gmail.com is my email. Y'all ever holler at me. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow evening. Say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for one another. Say a prayer for that bag of oatmeal they call the president. Say a prayer for all these wars and all this stuff, guys. Say a prayer for our veterans that's on the streets that they kicked out and put the illegals in. Say a prayer for them. Need to pray for them illegals too. I think everybody needs Jesus. Sadly, some are just too stupid and they're never going to accept it. But look, I love y'all. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.